Me and my husband fell out of love. It's not a big deal. We both agreed to a mutual divorce, and it's really not a big deal. But when I announced it to my family during Christmas time, they freaked out, especially my younger sister. She's ridiculous. She's absolutely toxic, and you won't believe what she had to say. Hello, I'm Emily. I recently got out of a stale marriage. Lan. Well, we've been married for 3 years, but it felt like we did it out of obligation. Before that, we've been in a relationship for 4 years, and it felt like a marriage was just the next step, even though I didn't feel completely right. Lan is a great man, don't get me wrong. He treated me well, he was nice to me, however, that was kind of it. We didn't have any spark left in our marriage, he didn't make me feel electric or excited anymore. And I realized that the feelings I was feeling was actually mutual, and Lan wasn't too happy with the relationship either. We recently agreed to a mutual divorce, and it's still in process. However, I have not told my family about it, not wanting anyone's pity, especially because there was nothing to just pity over. Our relationship fizzled out like some relationships do, but I was just scared that my family would make a big deal out of it more than they should, so I had kept the fact that we were splitting a secret from them for the past 3 months. I'd planned to announce my divorce process to everyone all at once. So, it would not be a huge deal, and hopefully it would be a joyous occasion so that people would not just bring down the vibe. I thought that Christmas would be the perfect opportunity for that. If I told everyone about it and reassured them that this decision wasn't harsh on me, it was mutual. I had thought that they would feel sad for just a couple minutes and then continue with the celebrations. Coincidentally, it was my parents who were throwing the party, and of course, the day before the party, I revealed to them that I would be announcing, and they were very sad for me. I tried to reassure them that it wasn't a big deal. After all, I had a great paying job, and I was young. However, they still thought I must be sad and was just covering my pain or something. This made me feel like my plan of announcing it at a party even more. This way, people would be too busy celebrating rather than pity me for something that was actually good for me. Yesterday was the Christmas party and everybody was invited. It was a big party. Almost everyone who came to the wedding all those years ago were there, and, well, a few even asked if Lan would be joining us, to which I internally cringed every single time. When the party was in full swing and everybody was there, I took the stage and asked for the music to be stopped. I did it. I took a deep breath and welcomed everyone, and I thanked them for coming to the party with their holiday spirit. However, I informed them that I had big news to share with the family, and before anybody could get the wrong ideas, I announced that Lan and I were getting divorced. Well, the room, it went completely silent after that. I explained that there was just no love left between us, no spark. I made it clear that it was a mutual divorce and that there was nothing to be sad about. I stated that I've even started dating other people and felt no love for him, and he felt no love for me in his heart. However, at the moment, my younger sister Chloe interjected by giggling and saying that she wasn't surprised, that obviously nobody could ever love me. Everybody looked at her disgusted and as if nobody had ever liked her. Chloe was kind of an entitled brat. Our parents were rich, so she never really had to work for money, and so she didn't. She felt superior because most of our family wasn't as rich as our parents, so she was always mean to the cousins because she had more than them and made them feel left out at every opportunity that she got. Chloe and I were also not that close. She found an even richer man than our family and felt like she had achieved more than I had. Brandon, her husband, was filthy rich. He came from old money, and he's the CEO of a company after his father passed. He took his father's company in new directions, making it even more successful than before. Everybody in the family respected Brandon, as he wasn't only sweet-spoken, he was also very humble. Unlike his wife, Brandon, however, for some reason was not at the Christmas party. Even when Chloe and I were young, we felt disconnected. We lived our lives separated, and we had the luxury to do so as well. Chloe was this way since she was a kid, and I really preferred my cousin over her. It could also be due to our 5-year age gap. However, I'm pretty sure I would not have bonded with her under any other age range. Chloe ran her mouth everywhere, so there weren't many fans of hers at the party. And no one liked the commentary she was giving while I was announcing some serious news. Least of all, her mother-in-law, Tina. She had stayed in the shadows for most of the party until Chloe tried to humiliate me. Then she stood up and asked her, who said her husband loved her either? That made the whole room burst out laughing at Chloe, who turned red instantly. Tina announced that the Brandon that she knew was cheating on Chloe because she was just superficial and didn't want to give him a divorce because she didn't want to lose her bank. Chloe tried to salvage the situation by snorting and downplaying the matter. She said that everything between her and Brandon was oh so fine, claiming that men are wandering and they'll eventually come back to their woman. I would have been concerned with her reasoning if she had not just tried to humiliate me. I had only met Tina a handful of times, and every time I could tell that she was a stern person who held everyone accountable for their actions. I could easily imagine her raising a hard-working son, and we had only shared a few conversations, but I think she liked me. It was mainly due to my work. She respected what I did and asked me loads of questions about my work on her son's wedding on Chloe. On the other hand, nobody likes Chloe, so no one approached her after the trouble in her paradise was revealed, and I'm pretty sure that everybody actually got satisfaction out of the misery. I, however, finished my announcement by telling them that it was just a joyous occasion and they shouldn't be sad about the news. Then I started the music again and everybody tried to get back to the party. Everyone, however, did pat me on the back or try to cheer me up even though it wasn't necessary. At least the pity was dampened by the party and Chloe's humiliation, and it would be over in one night. A cousin of mine laughed that of course Chloe was in a bad marriage and would not accept that because all she really needed in her life was money, and that's something Brandon provided her without a word. Chloe did, however, pull me aside at the party hallway, and it was about halfway through it she was drunk. I knew because her mouth smelled of alcohol. She told me that she would take revenge for her humiliation. Well, I was confused and I asked her how I humiliated her, but she wasn't listening. Too far gone in her thoughts of revenge and anger. She promised me that she would show everyone my true colors, and then they would hate me, and then she just left. Now that it's the next day, I'm kind of concerned. Chloe is a manipulative person who likes playing games with other people, and for some reason she wants to mess with me now. Should I be afraid? She's not beyond lying to everyone to manipulate situations, however, who reacts like that to the news of their sister's divorce? I really can't believe her. I just feel like I need to be vigilant in the upcoming weeks and make sure that she doesn't do something harmful towards me. Why can't she just leave me alone? I'm so tired of her drama. I've been living with it for the past 30 years. What's up, everybody? Mr. Reddito here. I hope you're having an amazing day. We're about to hear from Emily again in update number 1, and things might not play out how you expected. So let's go ahead and jump into the first update, but if you are enjoying the story, go ahead, subscribe to the channel. Hey guys, it's Emily here again. I told you guys that Chloe threatened to humiliate me after she got humiliated when trying to humiliate me at the Christmas party. She made the first shot. Now I will ruin her life. I was living my life with no care at all about Chloe because almost a month had passed and she had done nothing. However, I got a call from one of my cousins telling me that Chloe's been ruining my image behind my back. She sent a few pictures to me even. These were pictures of me with the guy I was dating at the moment. In a few pictures, we were just holding hands and roaming around the city. In others, we were kissing, and one was even taken outside my house as I let him in, and I felt so exposed, seeing that someone had taken pictures of me while I was out with someone. And this did not seem like something Chloe would do, as it was a high effort. That's when my cousin explained what Chloe had been telling everyone. She had spread lies about hiring a PI because Lan was suspecting me of cheating on him. Chloe had apparently swooped in and given Lan proof that I was a horrible human being who was sleeping with men behind Lan's back. That's why Lan had broken up with me, and I was trying to hide by lying about a mutual divorce. I was horrified that she had actually hired a private investigator for all of this. But then again, she had a lot of money through her husband and did not know what to do with it. These pictures had also ended up in my colleague's hands as she sent to a few people from work who were on my friends list to further spread them. I found out about it when I went to the office the next day, and it was just so inappropriate when the people who worked for me were talking about me behind my back. I told them to mind their own beeswax, not really knowing how to explain my family situation to them, and not wishing to either. My cousin, on the other hand, reassured me that nobody believed Chloe and the family. Everyone in the family had heard that I was dating someone at the party, so they just knew instantly that Chloe was lying because she had been humiliated at the party by her own loose tongue. I, however, was not reassured. I was angry at Chloe's audacity to think that she can get away with her crap. She had ruined my professional credibility at some level with my employees. I straight away went to her house to confront her about it, and she acted all coy when I accused her of trying to manipulate the situation. I informed her that nobody believed in her lies. However, I was angry and told her that I have had enough. She acts entitled by living on other people's money, but on her own, she's nothing. I could see my words got to her as her nostrils flared and her hands balled into fist. However, I was angrier. She had tried to manipulate a tough life decision of mine to make herself look better. I threatened her that I was going to ruin her now. I told her that she played an insignificant prank on me that everybody instantly knew was a lie. However, I was going to go far to ruin her life forever. Chloe told me that she would see what I could do. She reminded me that she still had a rich husband, and he would take care of everything, and that's how she gave me the idea of ruining her life. Update number 2. Hey guys, it's Emily again. I know that Tina, Chloe's mother-in-law, hated Chloe and vice versa, so I knew where I could get help from. I immediately reached out to her a few weeks ago after we met, and I explained the situation to her, how Chloe had tried to humiliate me unsuccessfully in front of my family, and successfully in front of my colleagues. I asked her if she would be willing to help me ruin my sister's life. She readily agreed, and she said she really hated Chloe for her laziness and straight-up entitlement. So, she revealed that Brandon, her son, wanted out of the marriage with Chloe. However, Chloe was just hanging on too tightly, scared to lose the money Brandon provided her with without a question. She revealed that Chloe had been well aware of Brandon's infidelity, but always excused it in the name of love and men will be men. However, it was simple. Brandon was unhappy with Chloe and wanted an out. Chloe, on the other hand, wasn't on purpose to not getting the hint. When I told her about my plan, she was invested. I explained that I wanted her to set me up with her son. She thought that my plan was great, as her son was not at all loyal to Chloe. Brandon had met Chloe when she and I were out at a bar with a few of our cousins, and so she revealed that Brandon wanted to ask me out, but found that I was engaged, so went for Chloe instead. So she was sure that Brandon would readily date me, and it would not take me long to persuade him to leave Chloe forever for me. So, since I broke up with the guy I was seeing, Tina soon set me up with Brandon. Brandon was not my type. At least that's what I had thought in the beginning. However, he was funny and delightful to be around, and he had no idea why his mother had set him up with me, and I had no plans of revealing it to him either. Moreover, I wanted to see where this went. What if Brandon was actually for me? It's been a few weeks, and I'm pretty sure that Brandon is in love with me. He's revealed that he does not like Chloe at all, and he thinks that she's entitled and nasty. He regularly expresses how lucky he felt that I'd broken up with Lan, and that his mother had set him up with me, and all in honesty, I kind of like Brandon. He revealed that it was clear that Chloe did not care for him, only for his money. They even had a mutual understanding that he would date and sleep with whomever, and Chloe would be allowed to spend his money. She didn't want a divorce, and she had no job prospects and would get nothing out of divorce due to the prenup. I realized that he wasn't a bad guy while dating him. He cheated on my sister, sure, but it was clear that he was so in a loveless marriage like Lan and me. But in this relationship, Chloe wasn't ready to admit it and hints that they were dragging on. I wondered if Lan or I would have cheated on each other as well if we had not admitted to our marriage going stale. I felt incredible, thankful to Lan that I've been mature enough to realize when we needed to let go of things that no longer served us. I'll soon be asking Brandon to break up with his wife and give her a divorce. That'll teach Chloe never to mess with me. Update number 3. Hey guys, this is Emily. It's been 3 months since Brandon and I started dating, and I finally played my ace card. I told Brandon that I loved him and wanted to marry him eventually. I knew he was wrapped around my pretty little finger by this time, of course, and he agreed that he felt the same way. I told him that he needed to divorce my sister if he wanted me to believe that he was serious about me. Brandon promised me that he would do anything for me. In all honesty, I was still trying to figure out my feelings in regard to Brandon. I really like him. I know in the beginning it was just revenge for me. But Brandon is kind of fun, and he makes me feel the sparks that were missing from my marriage with Lan. This has really disoriented my plans, and I was supposed to break up with Brandon after he divorced Chloe. However, now I don't want to. This situation could really end badly for me if everyone found out that I was dating Brandon before his divorce from Chloe. That's why I told Brandon that we can't tell anyone about our relationship, especially not before his divorce from Chloe. I also had a plan to further humiliate Chloe in front of our family, which depended on that. He broke up with Chloe a week ago, and it's been absolute chaos. He tried to make her understand that their marriage was over and he wanted to meet someone else whom he could spend the rest of his life with. On the other hand, Chloe did not want their arrangement to end. Brandon had to end up calling my parents to take Chloe out of the home. That's how he finally got rid of her. My mother has been confused as to why her daughter had not just broken up with Brandon when she found out about his infidelity. Well, I revealed that I'd spoken to Brandon at length, and he revealed that they had an unspoken arrangement, that he would date anyone he wanted, while Chloe got his money. Until recently, when Brandon wanted to be free to think about his future with someone that was simply not Chloe. My mother still did not like how both Brandon and Chloe had reacted in marriage, but she claimed that at least they've decided to end the sham of the marriage finally. Well, I pretended to agree with her. Once Chloe was home, she asked me if I was happy in her misery. I told her that she has no idea, all while smiling a huge smile. I was happy to have ruined her life. I know I sound bitter, but I was mad. Her lies have really messed up my image at my office, and she deserved it after being nasty to me and everyone in the family. I was, however, waiting for the perfect time to reveal to Chloe that I was the one Brandon left her for. I wanted her to fully feel her inadequacies when she was dealing with raw emotion of divorce. Update number 4. Hello everyone, I'm Emily here. It's been 3 months since Brandon asked me, my sister, for a divorce. During this time, I've realized that I'm actually serious about Brandon. I like him, really, and want to see where this relationship goes. However, I did warn him against sleeping with other people. I made it very, very clear that I would not be excusing his behavior and would hold him accountable if he ever hurt me. He promised that he's changed his ways and had left that kind of behavior in the past with my sister. He reassured me that he was madly in love with me and would never hurt me intentionally. This has been enough for me so far. On the other hand, I finally revealed the truth to Chloe and she was mad. She and Brandon are officially divorced, and we were at a small family gathering where I revealed to her that I made Brandon break up with her for me. I gloated in her face that Brandon loved me so much that he broke up with her for me. And he had no feelings for her, and it was so easy for me to persuade him to get a divorce from her. She was horrified and called me a gold digger. She said that it was clearly why I was sleeping with Brandon, and it would be clear to everyone as well when she revealed my true colors to them. However, I had thought this through and asked her what proof she had that Brandon slept with me while they were married. She claimed that she would even get a private investigator to collect the proof of my betrayal again. I laughed in her face and asked whose money she would do that with. My parents had stopped helping Chloe out as she was draining their wallet without actually trying to get her life together. Hence, they had helped her to get a place to live and stopped paying for her all at once. She claimed that if she revealed that I had destroyed her life, they would help her. But I reminded her She lied about me cheating with Lan a few months ago, and everyone had known that it was her jealous revenge. So why would anyone believe her now? I had her in check and mates, and it slowly dawned on her. She called me a horrible sister, claiming that I've always been jealous of her and her amazing life. I didn't know that she was going on about as her whole life has been a charity case. Initially, my parents had paid for her, and then her husband. She had never earned money on her own, and yet she had this entitlement that she was better than me. I pitied her for being this delusional. I told her to act shocked when Brandon and I revealed that we were dating each other to the family in a month or two. Then I left her white-faced in the hallway, and now my revenge has been fulfilled, and I feel so much better. Chloe got exactly what she deserved. And the rest of the family might not know it yet, but this revenge was for them as well. For every time Chloe's made them feel so cheap. Anyways, thank you guys for listening. Alright, so I'll be honest with you guys, I did not see the story taking this route. I thought of some other revenges that maybe Emily could do to Chloe, but stealing her husband? I mean, it was kind of hilarious because I'm not going to lie, Chloe was a nightmare. It's pretty obvious that she was a gold digger. She didn't really love her husband, who, by the way, Emily seems to love a lot. So I can understand why some of the comments were against this sort of revenge, because at the end of the day, it's two family members against each other. But I don't know, Chloe just seems so toxic, maybe she did deserve it. And Brandon seems to be happy, so who's really losing here? Let me know your thoughts. Like I said, the comment section was all mixed up on this one. A lot of people feeling different ways about it, arguments, all sorts of things were happening in this wild, wild west, what we call the comment section. Guys, my name's Mr. Reddito. I narrate stories like this every day. I hope you enjoy these animated drama stories, and if you do, just understand the best way to see them every day and to support the channel is just clicking that subscribe button. Thank you one more time for that, guys. Have a fantastic day. I'll see you tomorrow. And of course, remember, it's cool to be kind. Peace.